Before Part 5 was animated, a lot of people dismissed Diavolo as a villain. He didn't have the iconic factor that Dio did, nor the charisma of Kira. Sure, he had a cool stand, but combined with his confusing ability and a lack of face for most of Golden Wind, that left him in a position where he was just no one's favorite. And then came Yugo Kanno. I cannot express in words how good this man's composing is. I can try, but I'm not sure how well it will represent. He's been making JoJo's soundtrack since Part 3, and the amount of detail that goes into even the very simple background themes is inhuman. I've been wanting to talk about his music for a very long time, ever since I got all of Part 4's soundtrack and lost my proverbial shit at how intricate Kira's many themes were, but as blasphemous as this might sound, he made Diavolo's even better. Now, let's take a journey together into 4 of the Crimson King's eargasmic themes and bathe in this bloody leitmotif. Now, for those of you who don't know what a leitmotif is, it's a reoccurring theme or snippet of notes that signifies a character or concept in different songs, thus tying them together. Non-leitmotifs are, let's say, Darth Vader's, aka the Imperial theme from Star Wars. You see, even though the melody is the same, it's changed up in different iterations while still being recognizable. That out of the way, savvy listeners may recognize that this is actually a mix of 2 leitmotifs. Diavolo's and Bruno's. Funny thing is, the first time we hear Bruno's theme on the train fight with Giorno is this version of it, foreshadowing the grisly donut destiny of his. The conflicting themes battle it out in a way over the span of this track, each taking a hold of the microphone, so to say, to let itself be heard, only to be switched with the other. It's bombastic as hell too, which should be obvious, and the choir really carefully adds a layer of grandeur to the tension already felt in this track. Truly, to be understood, you need to look at this encounter from Bruno's perspective, and realize that in its essence, fierce fight signifies a valiant, if useless struggle against a godlike being of pure evil and malice. Did I also mention the organ quakes my nutsack? The first thing you may notice about this theme is that it slaps! Secondly, this is a direct counter to Risotto's equally nut-bustingly great theme, as it is Doppio's counter to his attack. The theme has the qualities of a punky, dirty, but head-banging little guitar power-up that really describes something new to the part, i.e. Doppio. But lest we forget, there is another side to this purple coin. This theme is great not only because it slaps hard as fuck, but because it manages to show both Doppio's rough and inexperienced but fresh youth, and a hint at Diavolo's presence merely in a few notes, further showing us just how nuanced a simple anime soundtrack can be. Okay, we're in the big leagues now. This theme combines all the little enigmatic and weird snippets of the previous Diavolo half themes and the intermezzo OST into a coherent and threatening, well, this. This shit sounds epic. I know in modern times the word has gotten an ironic and jokey connotation, but it truly feels that way. It's majestic, it's threatening, and the choir on this track elevates King Crimson from cool villain to straight up above Dio status. There, I said it. Dio never had shit like this. Hail to the king, baby. Well, what did you expect? This is it. I mean, it is called the final battle after all. The theme is here. It's more fast-paced, even angrier really. There's horns, violins, and a sense of frantic fury coursing. And the drums, dear God, the drums. Hearing a heavy slam on the drums at just the right beat? Like a well-placed punch just at the opportune moment. Like I said before, this just screams epic. It screams ultimate confrontation, nowhere left to run. Previously having mentioned Star Wars, some sections on here scream John Williams to me, if you're familiar with his famous themes. The static noises from previous tracks feel like they've just been merely hinting at this very track before, finally revealing their full place in this theme. All I can truly say is that this is the final theme. Diavolo's magnum opus, his would-be ascension into the King of Kings. There were more of Diavolo's themes from the second and third parts of the Golden Wind CDs, but as I mentioned, they're just a little eerie snippets rather than what I would describe as full themes, yet they are in a way very instrumental to building up these ones. If you haven't figured it out already, I highly suggest listening to the entire 3 CDs of Part 5 soundtrack. Even little songs that aren't themes as they truly are as magnificent as say something as fast-paced as funky as Giorno's theme. Yugo Kanno is an absolute genius, and the JoJo soundtrack isn't any ordinary background music for an anime. It's something more, much more. I would do more videos on different things from JoJo in the future if you enjoyed this video. If you have any suggestions for themes I should cover next, please comment below. Maybe La Squadra's themes, maybe the main cast's themes, maybe the little background themes that are really underrated. If you want to support the channel and this type of content, feel free to drop a donation on the Patreon, and as always, thanks for watching.